ABC's interaction is very important because it creates debate. It sets a forum where people can start openly discussing some of the problems, some of the metrics we need to kind of reach. So yeah, it's a great forum for people to be discussing that. I think from today's talks, what I've taken away probably is a better understanding of how publishers, media owners, media buying agencies are adapting more quickly than appears to be on the outside. From the outside it appears everyone's moving at a much slower pace, things aren't happening very quickly, but actually behind all of that there's an awful lot going on, and that's much more visible when it comes to an event like this and you hear people talking. It's a very tricky one. I hate predicting the future, and I'm very, very bad at it. I think there's already been a lot of change, and I think there'll be some consolidation. That change has happened a bit too quickly. We're talking about the changing role of journalists, who those journalists are, citizen blogging. All of these things have been sort of very rapid, and we're seeing a lot of new startup businesses move into this space and threaten some of those larger, more traditional publishing or media companies. I think that's likely to slow down, and we're likely to see people adapt much more quickly. We're likely to see those large publishing companies, rather than feeling threatened, start to incubate some of those small startups, start to use their expertise as a way of moving more quickly. I think the main challenges for the industry are around data and data collection. We're seeing a lot of changes in legislation, not just here in the UK, but in the US, in Canada particularly very recently, and there isn't really a target we can all aim at in terms of how we collect data, because things change so quickly. And there's also a reticence from the public to hand over data now in the light of sort of NSA and Snowden's allegations. So I think that's going to be one of the biggest challenges, how we do that, how media owners can be trusted and be seen to be trusted to hold that data securely. I think ABC is adapting very well. I think we've always got to remember that the magazine business is hundreds of years old, and we've all worked to effectively the same business model for 200 plus years. That is, you create a print product, you sell copies, you take advertising revenue. That's it. It's very, very simple. So for an organisation like ABC, which is largely unchanged for so long, to have to adapt so quickly, it's a big ask. But I think they're doing very well. I think the fact that the ABC board is made up of such a broad range of people from a broad range of industries is absolutely crucial to how they're adapting. But I think they're doing a very good job. They're moving, I think, as fast as they can. They're not taking decisions quickly or lightly, and definitely moving in the right direction.